Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over how Niantic, it seems like they're going to be facing some sort of a class action lawsuit because of systemic sexual bias. So the title here is Pokemongo creator Niantic accused of systemic sexual bias in a lawsuit. So oh boy, let's see what Niantic is getting into today. This company, man, is just always at it, right? So let's see what we have. I am reporting the news, okay? So if you're coming in here thinking that I'm some sort of like, whatever, all right? I don't even want to throw out the words to trigger any algorithm. I'm not. I'm simply reporting the news. I have to put that statement out because I am the most hated in the Pokemongo community for being outspoken about things that are controversial or whatever. And people don't like it when you speak the truth or bring truth to power. They want you to bend the knee, shut up, and drink the Kool-Aid, as they say. All right, so let's get into this article here. We've got a lot to go over, and then I'll kind of maybe briefly go over my thoughts here as we do come to a conclusion towards the end. A former Niantic employee filed a lawsuit against the AR company on Friday, allegedly that it devalued the work of female employees and women of color. That's not a good allegation. Denied equal pay to women employees and women of color. The lawsuit, which seeking class action lawsuit, accuses Niantic of creating a quote boys club the employee has laid off as part of the last week's job cuts as the Niantic company, which affected about 233 people or staff. All right, let's move on here. The employees, or the employee, who is anonymous, Jane Doe, but is described in the complaint as an Asian female, started working in Niantic in February 2022 with a salary of $70,000, the company says. Later that year, she was promoted and received a raise about $84,000, but approximately 2021, she learned that Niantic was paying a male colleague more money even though she had a higher job title and more responsibilities than he did. Okay, so, you know, that's not fair, I guess. See, when it comes to a lot of this stuff, I am aware of it, but at the same time, a lot of it is misrepresented. I'm not saying this is, but a lot of statistics out there are. This sounds like a biased situation, though. But when it comes to the argument of males making more than females, I tend to really never voice my opinion on that because it's a very circumstantial situation based upon the skills of the person, the experience, which is skills too, the cooperation, which is a big thing. People don't understand that cooperation and not just being a yes man, but when you're working for a company and you're trying to, you know, rise up as high as possible, it is good to be somewhat of a yes man to a certain degree. And if you're sitting there with your, you know, strong independent thoughts and stuff, you know, it's going to set you back. I'm just saying, okay, let's keep it going here. In 2022, he was allegedly paid $127,000 per year, but she was paid $105,000 per year despite being one job level higher. In around spring of 2023, she received a raise to $115,000 per year, still below her male colleague. Okay, so weigh in, folks. Let me know down below if you were running into these situations in your personal workspace or in your life experience. If you're a male or if you're a female, let me know. Have I look, let me be flat, straight, realistic. I know I come off as like I'm a little sharp here and there, you know. I'm not a fool to a lot of stuff. I know I don't smell the smartest. I don't sound the smartest all the time, but I've got a good amount of common sense and street smarts. But when it comes to a lot of other things, I am like a gazelle in the middle of Africa. I'm paying attention to my surroundings, but at the same time, I'm being oblivious to it all as well. All right. Okay, okay, blah, 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 blah. Pokes talking, random words. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Around the same time, an employee also saw that Niantic posted a pay range for her job title and level as of 2023. California employees with more than 15 staffers have to share their pay ranges in a job listing because of pay transparency laws, and saw that she was being paid more than $10,000 less than the bottom end of the range. So essentially she was being paid $10,000 less than what was actually being posted for her job on a website, with her experience, with her knowledge, and everything else that comes with it, proving to the company that she is more than capable for this position, being there for a while and still being underpaid. I wonder if there was some other underlining thing that was going on with this employee. See, and I have to say that because you can't just go into something like, she's winning, she's right, she's 100% in the right, and blah, 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 you know, like that. And I'm not saying that she's not, she probably is with Niantic, but you have to look at it from all aspects before we jump to conclusions, right? So, you know, that I'm just saying, I'm gonna have to side with her just because it's Niantic, okay? Okay, so the employee discussed her concerns with the other female staffers, and sexism, equal pay were brought up in the company employees resource group with a group for women. It's called Wolfpack. Sorry, I got a little jumbled up there. So she discussed it with a group of women that are in this kind of group called Wolfpack. Okay. But when the employee brought up her concerns to Niantic Diversity, Equality, and Inclusion Director and Principal People Partner, golly, that's a mouthful. They made it clear that they and male upper management at Niantic were hostile to her complaints or voiced concerns about sexism or sexual bias in a workplace. The company says so. They did not like that. Essentially, they did not like her voicing her opinion, which is on par for Niantic not liking us to voice our concerns about what they have changed in Pokemon Go, and that is very evident on Twitter and other places, while we can see their staff doing interviews and completely gaslighting questions and manipulating the situation that they're in. It's all bull crap. Just like how Niantic was hiding comments a while ago, and then I called them out and then they hit them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I believe her. In a meeting, also allegedly said her job evaluations were affected by her discussing the workplace issues with other colleagues, and said that she was paid below the range because she has raised concerns with her colleagues. So since she bring up this concern, that is affecting her pay and her position. According to the company, the employee then quote unquote immediately unsubbed from the Wolfpack group. So the female group that she was in, she left it because let's go on here. In her fear that the association with Wolfpack would disadvantage the Wolfpack employees or her. So she literally left it because she was worried about being affected, with her job. She was underpaid. She's with this group. They literally said, we don't like it, and they don't like this group that you're in. So yeah, she unassociated herself with it because of fear of losing her job, or worse, or whatever. I think that would be the worst, but you know where I'm going. This year, Wolfpack found the survey of staffers that many female employees view Niantic as a sexist work culture that disadvantages female employees, and the majority of respondents expressed concerns about the equal pay at Niantic. The company says, this is just a mess. When those surveys findings were shared with the upper management, Niantic's chief marketing officer, Mike, required Wolfpack to remove the reference of Boys Club and similar comments about sexism in their workplace from their representation of Wolfpack members about the results of the survey. The group was also told that they could not survey the staffers without the approval of upper management. Niantic did not immediately reply to the request of comment. Okay, so wow. Seems on par for Niantic. It seems on par. I just wanted to bring you this news here. Okay. So, put up an image here of the lawsuit here, Jane Doe versus Niantic. Oof. That's not looking good for you all, Niantic, because you want to know a little something. Back in 2001, Blizzard was also in a similar situation. Then you also have Riot Games, who had to also pay out $100 million cool dollars. So looks like they're going to be in hot water. Can't be doing that crap, huh, Niantic? Yeah. So as far as them being, sexist and also just not including I remember calling out Hanky because here, let's talk about this really quick. This is an aspect that I can talk about real fast. So yes, they invited me to the Worlds. Okay, yeah. So they invited me because I was one of the top people in PvP as far as YouTube. That was before all those other little channels branched off, right? So I was one of the main names, and they needed somebody out there who is recognizable. So me, as well as the other guy, were recognizable. Okay, so that's why they probably picked me, and I'm forever grateful for that. That was great. I did screw it up though. Okay, but they were talking about, this is around BLM and all that stuff, which is a scam, by the way. So they were saying, we donated millions of dollars here. See us? We donated to BLM. Right? Okay. And then they never had a post with any sort of person of color, never avatars personally, like once in a while it was in the background. And I'm not one of these people screaming racism, ah! I'm just trying to tell you what my experience is here. So they never did that, never put any real persons, I'm not talking about avatars, in their actual like little trailers, never a person of color. And I'm not going to say, oh, until me. Okay, so Hanky posted, oh, we donated to BLM. And I said, oh, okay, well, you don't have anybody of color ever represented in your trailers. And after that, bam, 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 bam. They got to meet that ESG score. They immediately started putting people of color in there to kind of fill in that gap that they had for their diversity, which is probably going to pick up their ESG score. Wonder if they're funded by BlackRock. That's something to think about. Interesting. If you don't know anything about that, look that company up. Probably a bad thing for me to even say that name because this is such a twisted and evil corporation that even mentioning their name could be a bad thing for you. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there's that. I could keep going on and ram. Like, why are these companies doing this? Like nonsense, because they're being paid by these corporations, these investors that are probably paying them so much money that it doesn't even matter how much they make in the front end. But now we're going into a completely other topic here. I don't even know if they're funded by them, and now this is just a whole nother ramble. But anyways, there you have it. Niantic is being sued in a class action lawsuit for sexual discrimination. And again, I can't say, this is allegedly, I can't say if it's, for real or not. I'm not, we could say, it's probably happening, says Jane Doe. But still allegedly, we'll just have to see how this does pan out here. But I thought I'd bring it to you all as it is a random bit of information. If you're like, Poke, where's the Pokemon Go tips and tricks? You're talking about lawsuits? Yeah, because these videos get likes. If you want me to keep pumping out those tips and tricks videos, smash the like button, share them. All right, that's what you need to do if you want to see the videos you like, for crying out loud. Okay, I keep on screaming it from the rooftop, but few of you are hearing it. Okay, so there's your drama. There's your daily dose of drama, and well, hopefully Jane Doe can get this sorted out here, and her colleagues at Wolfpack and stuff. That's good. I could go on and on, but I'll stop digging a hole here, and we'll leave it at that. There you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Better call Saul. Better call Saul.